and Carson Wentz.
And thinks he's Colin Kaepernick?
And tries to sprint the dude outside on like...
He's not fast.
But no, he's not fast. He's mobile enough to get away from pressure.
And it doesn't help. Like, when your running game sucks. You can't... Play action means less, even with a mobile quarterback.
Right.
Like, you need... Like, when Tyrod Taylor runs a play action, that means something. When... I don't know, when... Trying to think. When... Not even the Rams, because Todd Gurley sucks. When Dak Prescott runs a play action, that really is... Holy smokes. They're gonna run the ball again on us. Nope.
Right.
When... The odds of them running a play action with Ryan, them running a real run with Ryan Matthews is 0.
Ryan Matthews actually had 5 rushes for 15 yards.
And a touchdown.
So again, let's not sell the man out.
So obviously, for Doug, the turnovers are like once you turn the rock over, you're just dead to him.
If you're a running back.
And not good. I mean, it's not like he's been like averaging 8 yards a carry and happened to like. Before that, he was averaging, 3 yards a run?
When Ryan Matthews came here, like forget injuries for a second. When Ryan Matthews came here, on the positive side of the ledger, what did you think he was going to bring to the team?
A very solid guy who could break tackles, average 5 yards a carry, but can put it on the carpet.
No, just positive. Forget the humble stuff.
Like
so all that stuff.
A bell cow.
Right. So he's your bell cow guy. He can pop a couple long runs. You know, he's fast, he's nimble or whatever. You know, forget the injuries and fumbles. But you knew that's what you thought you were going to get. You're getting none of that.
Yes.
And he fumbles the ball. So you can't. If you're Doug Peterson,
can you blame? If you're Ryan Matthews, you have no one to blame but yourself.
No, you got no one to blame. If Ryan Matthews didn't fumble the ball in 2 fourth quarters, he'd still.
Yeah, you don't think Doug Peterson wakes up every day? It's like, damn, I really, really want to start a 5'6", 33-year-old part-time running back every play.
Yeah, like that really.
He would like to play Kenyon Barner.
Right.
Would he like? But I mean, I don't blame. I mean. And Wendell, that's the thing about he's trying to build this Chiefs team, this Eagles team, like the Chiefs team. Chiefs don't turn the ball over; they play mistake-free football.
Right.
It's an Andy Reid team.
Right.
If you turn the ball over, you're not an Andy Reid team.
And when you turn the ball over, you can't afford to turn the ball over when you don't have many guys making plays when you do have the ball. And
it's not like you can't. This team does not play well from behind.
Right.
They need in the first 3 games, they jumped up on teams. They jumped off 14-0 on the Steelers. This team is not built because, I mean, as much as you want to call deep plays, how many deep plays, how many plus plays can you call with this Drek?
They actually had a couple of plus plays this week, though.
Yes, B-Money.
The homie B-Money, Bryce Treggs, came in the first NFL.
Looking like mini Pop, man.
Looking like Pop, man. Put two G's in the TRE. You got Bryce Treggs, baby. Bryce Treggs, a 58-yard catch on his first NFL reception. He is our new deep threat. Mr. Treggs played 20% of snaps this week. I would imagine that goes up because, again, now you have a threat of something.
Run him the screens.
No, but if he's
no, but don't you need to mix it up with Bryce Treggs?
I'm sure you do, but does he know?
No.
I don't even know if it took this long for Bryce Treggs to beat out all the. Well, he didn't even beat anybody out. He's only on the roster because Josh Huff smoked his way off the roster
and packed his way off the roster.
Yeah, exactly. So the only reason why, if Bryce Treggs was good, if he could run routes, he probably would have been on the 53 already.
But for me anyway, this is where is it incumbent going forward for Doug Peterson, if you're this creative offensive mind, or Frank Reich or whoever the hell's running that show, find ways to because unfortunately, is he your most explosive guy?
Yes, I don't even think it's a question. Yes.
Once again, a guy from North Dakota just came here 2 months ago, best offensive player on your team, and the guy who just started this week is probably your most explosive player.
You can say the same thing. You saw the day at Ersan Ilyasova got here, they wanted to run a play for him at the end of the game. That's how bad it is in some of these aspects. The guys who just show up are the best players or best options in certain times for our local teams. It's not the greatest time in the world right now, for our local sports teams. But you have a guy like Ryan Matthews who fumbles the ball. And then, like you said, this team isn't great at the best when they're playing from behind, and they were behind due to 2 pretty bad interceptions by Carson Wentz.
No, they were terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, they were terrible. He rebounded from them. He actually wound up with 364 yards, no touchdowns. But there were 2 terrible interceptions, and getting behind 14-0 in the divisional game on the road usually spells defeat. However, they were in the game at the end. They had a chance to win the game at the end. What's his name? Carson Wentz had a pass to Jordan Matthews that he threw a bad pass at the end of the game,
but not a pass that was uncatchable.
Right, it wasn't an uncatchable ball. It wasn't an ideally catchable ball for Jordan Matthews. If you had a Dez Bryant, like he might have been able to make a play on it. You don't have that. You have a Jordan Matthews.
So what you're saying is the margin for error for a rookie quarterback is this small.
Yes, this is where we are.
This isn't the way it should be.
But you can't.
Once again, I keep saying, just imagine if Carson Wentz was just an average quarterback right now. How bad would this team be?
This team would be awful. This team would be at least 3-5, probably 2-6. If he were, I don't know. I was going to say Cody Kessler, but that's like he's not average. But if he was
Cody Kessler,
if he was Cody Kessler, they might be even worse than that. They might be terrible. They might be a terrible team.
That's why, I mean, it's frustrating to know that you have a quarterback that's basically playing, I'd say, a little over his head. I mean, not amazingly over his head now, but, he still makes plays on a weekly basis where you're like, okay.
Right.
The rest of the team, the rest of this offense might be hopeless, but he ain't.
Now, is it time to put Zach Ertz back on the good side? Is he back on the good side right now?
Give me 3 more of those, bud.
8 catches, 97 yards, Zach Ertz. Not enough for you. Not quite
more.
Enough. 6-88 for Jordan Matthews.
No,
not enough for you.
Were there any meaningful catches there?
No, not really.
Once again, if you're Carson Wentz and you're staring at 3-finger Jason Pierre-Paul, you're like, okay, 3rd and 8. I got to get the ball to who?
My cousin Trey Burton, 3-55. The homie Trey.
No, I mean but I mean. You need the guy, and not the guy who we can do formal handshakes with. A guy who we can really trust to say,
you don't have it.
Okay, in double coverage, or if a guy is draped over him.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch don't look at me bad, but I watched most of last week's Tampa Bay Atlanta game.
I don't blame you.
Because I have fantasy implications.
Yeah,
I watched Jameis Winston be like, okay, it's at the 11-yard line. I got Mike Evans.
Right.
He's got a guy draped. I was like, I don't care.
I don't care. Make a play.
Because you see so many of these guys, and it's like and you see a guy like Beckham. I mean, he just runs a slant, a crummy slant, and makes it in a 20-yard touchdown.
Right, because he's special. You got to have a guy who can. I used to call it Madden. I used to just throw deep plays. I used yo, go get it. This is my go get it play because I always had a guy and I knew I could just throw it up to, and he would make a play. Nelson Aguilar drops balls when he's wide open. He fumbled the ball when no one was near him on Sunday after he caught it. You don't have guys who can go get it.
Oh, no, this is a guy who's broken. I mean, he's broken.
Nelson Aguilar?
He's broken.
He's unfixable?
No. I mean, he's like plastic. I mean, if you bend plastic or break plastic, you only put it together with, tape.
Right. But you can't do anything with this dude.
No.
So, all right. Chris Domingo, coming into this Sunday's game, who are your starting wide receivers? I assume you got Jordan Matthews in the slot. Who are your 2 guys on the outside?
Remember when people were hyped about the DGB era?
Yes.
Hey, he stinks.
Who are your give me your starting wide receivers.
Oh, DGB.
DGB and who? Who's the other guy?
Matthews.
No, he's your slot guy. Give me the other guy on the outside. This is all we got.
It's like that chant song.
Exactly. This is all
Nelson
we got.
Aguilar. I mean, you can't start Bryce Treggs yet.
No.
Because if Bryce Treggs was better than Nelson Aguilar, he'd be playing.
So you got a broken dude on one side. You got a guy in DGB.
What does DGB?
Size. What does he bring to the table? Size. That's it. Size.
And just size.
Just size. Hasn't got arrested yet. That counts.
Man.
Size.
What are that? Yeah, but I think everyone expected regression. I just thought in the midst of the regression, someone would rise above the regression and not regress.
And not be Darren Sproles. Other than Darren Sproles, you're saying.
Yeah, look, Darren Sproles, I mean, you should not have to tell this guy to carry the load because he can't carry the load because his shoulders aren't big enough.
He had 71 total yards.
I would be surprised if this is Darren Sproles' last productive year.
He's going to fall apart. Like he's going to he has in Darren Sproles' years. This is like 3 years worth of carries. Like this is a lot of work.
I would love to see how many carries Darren Sproles has had this year compared to the last 5.
Well, now remember, was it a couple of years ago where they had that run where they used him a lot? At the beginning of the season. I mean, he has runs every now and then where he gets used.
But shouldn't these running backs be embarrassed?
Yeah, if you're
Ryan Matthews, I mean, Wendell Smallwood, I mean, you're a rookie. Kenyon Barner, like I said. Even Kenyon Barner, I mean, like, these coaches are saying this midget, a real good midget, is better than you guys. Can tote the rock better than you guys. Mm-hmm. Ryan Matthews, I mean, should be ashamed of himself.
If Ryan Matthews is healthy, then he should be ashamed of himself. You're correct.
Is he not healthy?
He must not be, but I don't know. Like he played, or I have the numbers in front of me. He played all of 11% of the snaps. 11%. I think it was like eight plays on Sunday. 8. You were the starting running back 2 months ago. Now you barely get on the field, and I assume you're healthy.
Can we really blame Lane Johnson for all this?
Yeah, Lane Johnson and Josh Sheff are to blame for all of this. Lane Johnson's also to blame for them going 3 for 15 on third down. Football's very easy, folks. Don't turn the ball over. Make plays on third down.
Or make enough plays on reasonable third downs. That's the thing is, like, they're not running the ball. Like, they're not running the ball well enough. So they're in 3rd and 8, right, 3rd and 7.
Right.
It's easy to make third. Well, I don't know about this team. But, I mean, you would think that if they had Ryan Matthews – but that's the thing, they're never in 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2 or 3rd
and 3.
Like I've seen him, but Ryan Matthews. I'm saying if 3rd and 2, I'm good. I know Ryan Matthews. He's not a negative play guy.
No,
he's just not a big play guy at this point. He can get you 2 yards,
barely.
But they can't get to 3rd and 2.
No, because on first or second down. One of those downs you're probably going to run, but you ain't getting nothing when you run.
You're getting 3, and then you probably either an incomplete or like a 3-yard out.
Right.
You're 3rd and 3. You're like, okay, what the hell do we do now?
You're just in bad situations. You're in bad spots. You had the ball 9 times inside the Giants' 23 on Sunday. You came away with 3 field goals and 2 touchdowns. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like somebody's got to help Carson out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, someone needs to have a step-up meeting and be like, yo, I'm going to be the first one. What? I mean, is anyone capable of stepping up?
I'm going to say who's going to step up? Nelson. I mean, Zach Ertz maybe is the one guy.
I think Zach Ertz is the one guy where like he needs to like I don't know, like have that Aaron Rodgers Clay Matthews commercial be like, no one can step into this house.
Right.
I'm going to step up for Carson Wentz.
You be the guy that Malcolm.
Because right now, I hate to say it, out of all the offensive players, who has still the highest upside?
Upside?
Yeah.
Probably Ertz.
Yeah. Because Matthews has hit his dome has hit his ceiling.
Yeah, like no.
No,
it's Ertz.
Yeah, and
because it's not Aguilar, it's not DGB.
No. Even if these guys had ceilings, they're so far away from the ceiling that they're like, no. I mean, even if they eclipsed it, they'll be like in the middle.
Yeah, no.
That's why Zach Ertz. We said it all the time in West Coast offenses. Bill Walsh in his book, the West Coast effing offense, said, okay, you must have a tight end.
Gotta have a tight end.
What West Coast offense hasn't had a more than a pretty good tight end? A good one.
Yeah, like I say, everybody's had a good one. I mean, like there have been various degrees of tight ends, but everybody's had a good tight end when they've had a
because he just opens up the field. Like maybe if Jordan Matthews can see one-on-one coverage once, but I don't even know if he nothing else. I mean, but that's like I don't even know what opening up the outside would do.
I don't know.
But we haven't seen it. Maybe if I could see it and then prove beyond the shadow of a doubt, as The Rock would say, that these wide receivers are the worst people on the planet.
Oh, man. At least we have some positive things to talk about.
This is a big-ass week, too.
It's a big week. It's a huge week. But we have some positive things to talk about on the other side of the ball, though. Because we have a Jordan Hicks making plays on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, he's really good.
7 tackles and interception against the Giants.
Brandon Graham, once again.
Graham.
Coming through. I mean, and I mean, they have guys that are playing well. I mean, I think Fletcher Cox has had an